Outside the Box Radio, what's up? I'm Beau, and this is the Beau Paradox in the studio with Tineaux and Caley. So I just learned something that I didn't know, and now I'm even more terrified.
This could go anywhere.
I know.
it. Yeah. So it's called Phrogging, but like with a PH.
Oh.
And it's terrifying.
What is Phrogging?
So let me tell you. Okay. So there was this family in Honolulu.
Yeah.
And they had a situation. So they went on a family vacation. And they returned I think it was 2 weeks later.
Okay.
And they noticed a bike outside their house, and they were like, I don't recognize this bike. Yeah. What's going on? Something fishy's going on here. And then they go to open the door, only to find that someone's behind the door, like holding it.
What?
And then
where they wouldn't let them in?
Correct.
Okay.
And then he peeks his head through the little crack.
Yeah.
And he says, "This isn't your house."
What?
And continues to try to close the door.
How long was he there for? Okay, you're getting there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I got chills.
Oh my God.
So, okay. Oh my God. I gotta take a minute because this terrifies me. And
Yeah, I'm about to say-
it should terrify everyone.
This isn't good for your health.
So, I know it. My
this
blood
being the
pressure is
person
rising.
who checks every room, every door.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In the house.
It's part of the reason why I wanted cameras in this house, because I want to know.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a term for it though.
Phrogging.
Phrogging with a
Never
PH.
heard of it.
With a PH. Well, now you'll never forget it.
Okay.
So they call the police, and the guy was arrested.
Yeah.
They go in, and the house is completely ransacked.
Oh.
Well, then they start seeing, like, they had like a calendar dry erase board.
Yeah.
Where they write like to-do stuff on it. He had wrote notes for the family to do on the calendar. So then they start investigating, and they see like
things he was going to do to the family?
No, things.
Things that they need to do.
Yes. So they went up into the attic, and they found out he'd been living in the attic.
What?
They don't know for how long, but they noticed that like weird things would happen, and they would just kind of brush it off to like the house settling, or like at extreme moments, maybe it's haunted. But they found all of these medical journals, and it was about, doing surgery and doing sex reassignment surgeries.
What?
And the guy had made videos of him in the house while they were gone, talking
That's
about
freaky.
how he wanted to make the perfect family.
What?
So he was going to operate on them in their sleep. And he had all the surgical tools laid out on a table in the attic with all the medical books. So he was serious. So you would think this would be enough to hold this guy.
Yeah.
No.
So these people must have gone to work. He would go out, bring whatever he wanted into the house.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if he had all these instruments.
Yeah,
and
he
such.
would have to. Or he brought it with him when he first. But phrogging apparently is something that happens often.
Yeah. Well, you remember that video where that person was living in that guy's attic or crawl space in the middle of the night?
She would come out and she would urinate in the sink.
She would go through the fridge and she would raid the fridge and
drink
they
out
noticed
of
that
the milk cartons.
So he thought that his girlfriend was drinking the milk or
and
doing stuff in the middle of the
in her
night.
sleep?
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm not doing it."
Right.
And
so he put up cameers
to catch her.
Yeah.
And boy,
to prove it.
she crawls out of the crawl, and it's like she's done this numerous times because she knew exactly what chair to step on, the table, like
stealth mode.
Yes.
Okay.
It was
Stealth
creepy
mode.
until one day he just happened upon her. And
no, he saw it on the video.
Oh, I thought he found her.
He reviewed the video, and that's where that video came from. And she was getting out of the. I mean, in this bedroom.
Yeah, and there's
That's
video
scary.
of this.
Yeah.
So what's even scarier is this guy gets released a couple days later, and they're freaking out. Which, of course, like this family, totally it messed with them psychologically. They ended up having to move. They sold their house. They bought a new one. All this kind of stuff. Well, he ends up getting arrested again for something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
And in jail, this just shows you how dangerous this guy is. He kills another inmate while in jail.
What?
So this guy was extremely dangerous.
Yeah, and he was in somebody's house.
On the verge of doing surgery on them to make the quote-unquote perfect family.
So what do you do? Like, how do you check? I mean, do you go in your attic regularly to see if anything's changed
what they
or moved?
said on the news, the newscast I saw, they said a way to figure it out is make sure you lock your crawl spaces, make sure you lock your attics, like make sure you lock your doors. That's really all you can do other than put security cameras up and see what's going on. But I don't know. Like we live in an apartment, and I still, after watching that, I was scared to check. But when I went to take Riley out, I immediately started looking around. And I checked everything real quick, and I opened those doors real fast, and it was like, I caught you.
Yeah,
and nobody was there. Thank you.
Yeah,
I know Steven was probably freaking out when I opened the closet door. And I was
we don't really have an attic, so I mean we don't have an attic. So
right, but we have doors. I just needed to make sure. And we have air
I
conditioned
always
vents.
check under my bed.
Well, you can't. They would have to be like a contortionist to get under our bed. So I felt pretty confident
there's no
with
room.
that. But like all over the closets, the laundry rooms, I checked everything.
Yeah.
I needed to know. We were safe, thankfully.
Right.
But
Oh,
I
man.
normally left the door unlocked when I would walk Riley. I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Not after the Phrogging incident of whatever year this happened in,
Yeah.
which I think was 2022.
So that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
That's real recent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty recent, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So
So
recent.
stupid.
It happened 5 days ago.
Yeah.
So definitely 2022.
Wow.
And this isn't just like centralized in Honolulu. Or
Yeah, no, right. It could happen anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What do you do with that? What do you do? What?
What do you do?
You two are going to get frogged. And I'm going to sit there and be like, I told you so. And it
Well,
better
if I'm
not be
frogged,
you.
it'd be
It
you.
better
Oh
not
my
be you.
God.
Yeah.
This is the Beau paradox.